welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. I am super excited to get into today's reading because today we're tapping into your energy to see who exactly you are when no one's looking. Who are you in your truest, most authentic form? That's what we're getting into today. So per usual, my Etsy shop is always linked in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading, and that is where you can find me. Pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well, but we're just going to jump right in. So we have group 1 with the red stone, group 2 with the pink stone, group 3 with the yellow stone, and group 4 with the purple stone. So just take 3 deep mindful breaths, center yourself, center your intuition, and then pick the pile or the piles you're being called to, and we're just gonna get started. All right, group 1 with the red stone, let's jump right into it. Who are you when no one's watching, when no one's looking? So the first couple of cards we have under your stone, we have no place like home, and we have Taurus. And it's funny because when I first saw these cards fall out to put them under your stone, I'm like, oh, okay, so they're a homebody. But the energy that I'm getting now is it's more than you're a homebody. It's not even necessarily that you're a homebody. You like to be home in your own body. You're really self-sufficient and you genuinely like your own company and you like being in your own space. So you can be at home in your body outside. You could be at home in your body at a bookstore. Like even when you go to places where it's like other people there, it's all about your experience. You don't go to a concert to like, you know, be a part of the crowd or because of FOMO. You go to a concert because that's what your soul is craving in the moment. And it's all about satisfying yourself. So I feel like you guys may be an ambivert because there's this energy of you have the ability to navigate through different places. If you need to have a conversation or if you feel like having a conversation, you can have a conversation with someone just fine. But for the most part, I really do feel that you guys enjoy your own company. So you may come off as aloof. People may say that you're hard to read. Because there's an energy here of you're not on what everybody else is on, and they don't know that until they pay attention. So it can be like, you know, you could be around a group of friends and they're making plans like, okay, what are we gonna do for dinner tonight? And they think that everyone's in agreement, but you weren't even paying attention. But also home is where you are, so it doesn't really matter in the grander scheme of things. So when it comes to like big changes in the world as well, people would be surprised that you're not as attached to these changes as most people are. You don't feel that fear, you don't feel that worry, you don't feel that panic. I'm getting so many downloads for you guys as well. I feel like you have a lot of Neptunian energy. There's a lot of unconscious, subconscious energy with you guys, a lot of Venusian energy or Venus energy. You guys really do kind of live in like a fairy tale in a way. So we have no place like home in Taurus. People likely feel very comfortable with you, don't even know why. You may be the kind of person like you go into a bathroom to wash your hands at a restaurant and there's someone in there and you're like, oh, hey, how are you? Just making, you know, pleasant talk. You having a good night tonight? They're like, no, because I just got broken up with and then I found out that I had a yeast infection, you know. So, and you're like, whoa, 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 hold the freaking phone. I do not know you. Why are you telling me that? I feel like you guys may experience a lot of that because it's like, now, why are you telling me this information? Specifically in the workplace, I just heard people tell you like about their personal life and their business and the workplace, and people may get a little upset with you because you don't return that because you're very much so like the kind of person you share things with yourself. It's only gonna make sense if this is really your pile. You share things with yourself. You don't need another person to like let things off of because, I don't know, there's like, maybe you're just a Gemini, Chad. You got all these multiple personalities going on because now it's getting complex. But let's keep going. Like I said, I got a lot of downloads with you guys right at first. So we got Virgo, more earth energy, and we got Jupiter. So you guys are all about the home again. With that Jupiter energy, you're all about being at home in your own body. Virgo is also the mother. So I feel like you guys do a lot of observing of other people, and you do learn a lot of lessons through watching people like go through their mess. Like you could literally be watching a fight, eating your popcorn, like not feeling like they had it, like you may be at the sidelines like they getting beat up right now, but they had it coming. I'm not gonna panic and go in and try to save them and get a 1-2 piece myself. Like it is what it is. Like you guys have this ability to kind of watch the burning fire in a detached kind of way. Jupiter, like I said, Jupiter is the planet of the home, the planet of expansion, can be the planet of partnership as well. With you guys, you're more like person kind of people. Like, you like to have your person that you can kind of give your all to. You don't like to have a bunch of different people for a bunch of different purposes. You may genuinely find it hard to maintain friendships as well, just because people require so much. And it's like, how do y'all juggle all these friendships? Like, because everybody wants so much from you, or at least that's how you see it. We have unfinished symphony. You guys have a hard time letting things go. Also, you guys have fantasies that last through years. So you may have watched Twilight when you were younger, and then you had a vampire fetish for like 5 years. Like, you guys kind of repeat the same themes, ideas, fantasies for extended periods of time. So you know how like you kind of zone out when you're at the gym, you're on the treadmill, whatever, and then you start thinking about a fantasy, or you just zone out at work, whatever, you start thinking about a fantasy. You guys have these fantasies that you kind of always end up returning back to, and it's almost like, and the crazy thing about it is the fantasies develop. So you kind of like are living in a parallel reality, because it goes from a fantasy to a storyline, to the point where it's like, we done had a baby now, da 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 da, like unfinished symphony. Yeah, you guys, I didn't expect to get so many downloads with this reading. We have exchanging gifts and orphaned. Wow. So people may honestly use you for a stepping stone. You may have found yourself as being a teacher in a lot of people's storylines, or an angel. In a lot of people's stories, you were the thing that saved them from themselves, or saved them from a certain situation, or that got them from point A to point B. But we also have the orphan card, so you often end up alone. After saving people, helping them, protecting them, getting them to the next level. And I don't know if you're older, if you've experienced this like over and over and over and over again, you may be past it. Like, it may not sit on your spirit. Either that, or you understand human nature to the extent that this doesn't really hurt you because it is what it is, and I don't know, you have like a deeper understanding. But there is an energy of exchanging gifts. Like, you give something to someone, they teach you something, but it's not even like they teach you something, because they teach you more about yourself. You learn more about yourself through relationships, through people, and you go through these like revolutions alone, these transformations alone, and then people may see you years down the line and you genuinely are a totally different person. You are not the same person. What else about group one? Who are they when they are alone? You guys got a lot going on in your mind, from fantasies to parallel universes to observations through like philosophical thoughts. Like, you guys are so in your own body, in your own head. You're truly spiritual, because the thing is, spirituality is the study of the spirit, your soul, and it's not something that can be done through other people. All you can do is read a book or consume certain content that shows you where to look, but at the end of the day, you're going to keep being brought back to yourself if you truly want to go on a spiritual journey. So I feel like you guys have surrendered to that, and people, I feel like they don't understand you. They have a hard time understanding the concepts that you understand, because there is this level of emotional detachment with you guys. You're very comfortable in the chaos. We got the 5 of Wands in reverse. You're comfortable in the chaos. You're comfortable in the not knowing, the mysterious aspect of human nature, of the world. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Wands. So this is a message of, if you want to manifest things, manifest when you're most passionate about it. Try not to go with the moon phases. Try not to allow inspiration to come from outside of you. Depending on where you are in this journey, you may already be here, but you will have the most success when you feel that burst. Ooh, I should do this right now, and doing that. I should light this candle. I should say this incantation, this mantra. I should meditate right now. I should go outside right now. I should go here right now. That is manifestation for you. Manifestation for you happens in a very personal kind of way, where it's not like, okay, I'm going to do a ritual tomorrow because it's on the full moon and I saw everybody on TikTok is doing this, so I'm going to do it too. It's very much so like, I feel inspired to do this. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Do that, because if you're hitting a wall, that's why you're too attached. In your true nature, you're very detached from the outside world. Very connected internally, but very detached from the outside world. So if you use the outside world as inspiration, it's not going to work for you, you know, because it's not your natural process. So that's a message coming out. And the crazy thing is, in a way, I feel like you brought that out of me. I don't know how to explain that. I feel like your soul was calling out for an answer. Why can't I do this? Or what should I do next? And I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel like that was me looking for something with the cards. I feel like that was something that was brought out of me because whoever's watching Pal One needed it or sent for it, like subconsciously. It's crazy. You guys are really cool. You're really special. I almost don't even need the cards for you because of how, like, how spiritually connected you guys are, and I don't even know how to put it into words. We got the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands, so more energy of you guys are very wise. The Hierophant is kind of like, you know, the person you go to in your, like, you know, back in the olden times, they had like a wise counsel that they would literally, the kings and queens would go to consult. That's you. So I think the problem is now the world doesn't have, they don't like it's like every man for himself. So, but you don't need the respect. You see, like, again, whenever you look externally for certain things, the world is not going to get it. Times have changed. And if you can accept that and surrender to that and surrender to yourself, you won't need anyone else's acknowledgement. And then you'll realize that you have gifts that if they were acknowledged, other people would vie for and start to try to use you for. So you really want to stay low key because it's a protection mechanism. We have the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant. Also, Spirit is saying connect to your, you know, like connect to that Neptunian energy. I don't want to say feminine energy. I was going to, but it's not feminine energy. I feel like if you focus on feminine energy, you're going to go in the wrong direction. Because there's already like these connotations of what what feminine energy is referring to. Connecting to your unconscious and your subconscious and programming your subconscious is going to be the next very beneficial thing for you to do. I could talk about you guys all day, but I gotta go to the next pile, so I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, we barely have any cards here because so many downloads came through directly from you guys. It's like this weird electricity network I feel like you guys are a part of, and it's super cool. But that's what I got for you so far. My Etsy is in the description if you want a private tarot reading, but that's what I got for you, and I'll talk to you later.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.
All right, group 2 with the pink stone. Let's get right into it. Who are you when nobody is looking? So we have Gemini and Here and Now. Those are the first 2 cards that we have under your stone, Gemini and Here and Now. You guys are very present in the moment. You're not worried about the future, not worried about the past. And some of you are experiencing pockets of this energy. You have times where you just kind of surrender and you're present in the moment. Then you get downloads, then you get new understandings, then you feel good. But then the matrix starts to pull you back. Either you go to work and then you're around all these different people who are not on the same page as you. So they kind of cause you to go back into old versions of yourself. I would definitely recommend spending some time alone. I'm seeing like mountains. It looks like clay. It looks like Arizona. Some of you have been called to go to Arizona or to the mountains, whatever that means for you. There's mountains in all sorts of states and countries, so wherever you're being called to. Some of you guys have been called. I'm seeing a tree house. It looks like a home though. Someone may have been looking at an Airbnb that looked like a tree house and you wanted to go, you never went. Revisit that. You're gonna be freaked out. You're gonna look in your Airbnb or like your liked listings and you're gonna see something from 6 months ago. It's like, it's freaking tree house. You're gonna be like, what in the hell? I know, trust, I know, the spiritual energy has been very crazy. And then we have Gemini, the intellectual. So I feel like you guys are very philosophical. This could kind of come across a little bit, some of you guys avoid conversations because unfortunately it's just like old. What is this? What is this? There's this speeding up that happened and you don't even know when it happened, but one day, all of a sudden you just noticed you were not on the same page as anyone anymore. And it seems like everything that people talk about is so like years ago. Like it seems like people are stuck in like 2016 or something like that, and you're like, dude, we should be way past that. Like, what is happening? I feel like there's this loop. Well, there is a loop, but I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole because I don't have the time to talk about it. But you guys have detached from the loop. We have Uranus. Uranus, the great awakener. The Uranus is the planet of awakening, spontaneous change, simultaneous change. So I do feel like you've gone through an ascension, and it could be very, very literal for you, where it's like, I know that ice cream shop used to be on this side of the road, but now it's on this side. Or it can be spiritual, where it's like, or interpersonal, you're talking to people and it's like, why are you talking like this is 3 years ago? Why is that your priority? It can be manifested in so many different ways. It may even look like the clothing when you go into a store is like from years ago. Like, what is happening? I see that you guys had some sort of spontaneous awakening that separated you from the collective in some way. It's hard because it seems like you're talking to people. I don't even think they catch it. That's the crazy part. I was gonna say, like, people may be offended by this. They may think that you're treating them or talking to them like they're dumb, but I honestly don't even feel like people are catching the fact that you're looking at them like, are you, like, where you know? There's this energy of kind of being above the curve in some way, or understanding things that people can't seem to understand for whatever reason. And it's like, this is so easy. Why is it hard for you to surrender to this concept? This is so easy. We got serendipity, so you guys are very lucky. Also, things happen to you like this a lot. You may have moved a lot when you were younger because of a parent. Maybe it was because a parent was unstable, or maybe it was just, you just moved a lot when you were younger. Moving causes awakenings and flows of abundance. So if you want to get that flow of abundance going again, you may not have traveled somewhere in a long time. Spirit is saying travel. Go somewhere alone. Even if it's like to a crossroads, go to a beach where land meets water and speak into the water what it is that you want to come to you, and allow that to happen. We got the fork in the road card. You guys are kind of stuck between, okay, should I change so I can get along with people? Should I go back to sleep just so I can have fun again? Or am I gonna commit to this new life? Because obviously me and people are not on the same type of time anymore. Like, obviously we're not seeing eye to eye. They don't seem to get it. It's like something is like just not clicking. We have a leg up in peace. Spirit is saying it's time to go. I get an energy where it's time for you guys to start the next leg of your life. And Spirit's gonna help you there in some way. But I still feel like there's some sort of decision you have to make. And that could be, are you going to continue at this job? Are you gonna continue to surrender to the matrix? Or are you really ready to go? But regardless, you have to make peace with the situation. So who are you when no one's looking? It's funny that that's the title of the video and that's the intention, but with you guys, it's like the reading is more of a crossroads. Like, who are you going to be? Who are you going to choose to be? Because right now you're in the midst of this transformation. You may find it hard to be present in the moment, even though you are present in the moment. You may feel like there's a fog because you're not seeming to be able to make a decision like, okay, do I want to fully commit to this transformation that's going to take me across the world? Because I feel that there is a drastic change. So it's interesting. Like I said, you're kind of in this transformation phase where it's like, you know, you could be this person, but if you fully embody it and step into it, it's going to snowball. It's going to be bigger. You're going to see more change. So let's see what else here. Yeah, we got the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Wands in reverse. So you really do have to be comfortable with failing, comfortable with the change in itself. The Devil in reverse. You have to show no fear. Also, I'm hearing like meditate on this new energy that you're in so you can fully step into it, so you can get out of that fog. Who are you when no one's looking? Honestly, you're kind of in between two people right now. You're in between the old version of yourself that was one kind of way. I'm Hannah. I'm 23. I work at this place and I have these friends and we go to concerts for fun. You're between that and I'm Hannah X, who makes music and lives in Costa Rica and doesn't care about social media and hasn't seen my phone in a year. Like, you're stuck between two different versions of yourself, and it's just like freaky how this reading is coming out. I didn't expect this reading to be so freaking spiritual, but group one was the same, like very intense spiritually. We have the Five of Swords and the Devil in reverse. Spirit is saying it's not about like, don't allow fear to rule you. That's the only way that I can explain this, because I'm not getting a confirmation from Spirit that it's not going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're undoing programming, you know? So in school and society programs us so we don't have to think about it. But it is a hard job, and think about it. You go through school to get to a certain point. You spend like over a decade. We spend over a decade in school to get to the point where we are when we're 18. And when we're 18, you know, they say that's when you're just getting started in the world. So it takes a lot, you know. It's going to take a huge commitment, and Spirit is saying I can't comfort you and say that nothing will go wrong or nothing will be uncomfortable. I can't say, like, I don't get a message that Spirit's like you're going to have a windfall of abundance and you're going to be taken care of. The message I get is if you want this life and you commit to it, you will successfully get this life, but it is going to be uncomfortable. Justice card in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you're in a transformation phase right now. You're kind of stuck between two people, who you want to be and who you've always been. And you're kind of at a crossroads. I'm telling you, going to where land meets water will help you. But that's what I got for you. Very like conceptual, otherworldly reading. My Etsy shop is linked below if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you guys today. I'll talk to you soon.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.
All right, group 3 with the yellow stone. Let's get right into it. Who are you when no one is looking? So we have come to the edge in Leo. Tapping into your energy, I just feel stagnancy. I immediately felt stagnancy, and you're really wanting some adrenaline in your life, some action, some excitement. It seemed like life was so much more fun like 5 years ago, or however long ago it is for you on your personal journey. And it's like, what shifted in the world that made things so, I don't know, I'm trying so hard. I'm telling you, if you picked any other group like group 1 and 2, all these readings turned out to be so spiritual and so much deeper than I thought it would be when I tapped into it. So I'm like trying not to go there, but that's just where we're being taken. We got Leo here. First of all, I really do feel like you guys are ready for a serious romance, your next love affair, your next partner. There's a vulnerability in Leo and an ability to love, but the thing about Leo is Leo is adverse to loving when people don't deserve it. So you're ready for your next deserving partner, someone who deserves you, that you can really like allow yourself to like fully embrace and be in the connection, present, because it's not a relationship that just serves a purpose, or it's not a situation where you're trying to get someone to be a certain kind of way. You're ready to free fall into love again, and to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because you're dealing with someone who you can be vulnerable with, because they're emotionally intelligent, because they're, you know, where they need to be personally, developmentally wise. So we have come to the edge. You guys are ready for a new beginning. You're ready for some risk. You're ready for some fun. You're ready to feel something again, like adrenaline, but not a roller coaster, not meeting someone famous, not going viral on social media, like not in the way that we have gotten adrenaline rushes in the past, in your own unique personal journey kind of way. And that's Leo for you. Like, I want to have fun for me. I don't want to have fun through another person. I want to be fulfilled. That's where I feel like you guys are. And internally, it's like, I'm tired of dealing with babies. I'm tired of helping people get from point A to point B. I want someone to come into my life and woo me and wow me. Like, there's this energy. I want to be awakened. Okay, let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. We got Scorpio and we got water, which from a sign perspective would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But we got water and Scorpio. I feel like you guys need a space where you can be bad. You need a space where you can be bad that doesn't make you feel bad. Like risk that's not risky though. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I wish I could just have a night and just sleep with everyone, but without taking anything home with me, you know what I'm saying? Or I wish that I could just ball out in Vegas and blow through racks of money and just have an amazing time, an amazing night, without going home and not having the cash to pay my rent. Like, I feel like you guys want you want to explore the extremes, but there's seemingly no way that you can do it safely these days. We got Saturn. Like, you hate that you're so aware. And maybe that's the difference between now and years ago. You weren't aware, so you were able to blow through because you did kind of manifest in that way, because it wasn't intentional, because you didn't have a worry or a care. It did come back to you, so you never ended up in a situation you couldn't get yourself out of. We have Taurus, we have Saturn. You guys are also kind of stuck between like old lady, old man, and like teen energy. One side of you just wants to be, you know, comfortable. You just want to have your person. You just want to have your beautiful home that you love, and just enough stability to pay for everything you need, and you're good. Another side of you wants adventure, wants to explore. So who are you when no one's looking? I feel like you guys are kind of stuck between two worlds again. And I got that energy for group 2 as well, but with you, it's a bit more clear as far as the worlds that you're stuck in. Okay, water and Scorpio. Like I said, you guys want to explore all of those waters. You want to explore. I feel like you guys want to like deeply feel love again, deeply feel pain again. As crazy as it sounds, think like, I don't know, you just want to feel something. I want to say like, think like Tumblr, you know, like the Tumblr days when everyone was into Lord and Lana and we were just crying, but it also felt so good to just kind of be sad. You guys want to be able to fully embody your feelings, but you kind of have to be detached in order to provide for yourself and have what you need in this life. So it's like you haven't really felt in a long time because you can't feel in order to do what you need to do with your day-to-day. So it's hard to say. We got Jupiter and Uranus, the planet of expansion and spontaneous change. And then we got Aries energy here. This is working with you. This is going to cause some opportunities. So you're going to have some opportunities soon, group 1, to feel more, to embody more, to live the life that has been calling you, the life that you've been craving. You're going to get an opportunity to live that out. But 10 of Pentacles in reverse, you are going to have to let go of your current stability. And that doesn't mean your money, but that could mean your job. Just keeping it a stack. We got the 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Justice card. You know, in order to fully embody this new version of yourself, you're going to have to create that new reality. I feel like you guys just need a container, you know? Okay, dang, I wish I had my phone with me because I have the perfect questions for this. But ask yourself where you are now, where you want to be, and what could you do now to get to where you want to be. But like, break it down in bite-sized pieces. That's the thing. A lot of people, they just need a container. You feel lost until you can just ask yourself the right questions that can give you the answers to where you're going to go. I feel some changes happening internally that are going to help lead you to the place where you'll be able to embody these extremes that you want to live out, or just that activation, that feeling again. But 7 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you can't be scared, you know? The message that I get for you guys is, if you want to make this transformation, you do have to be willing to let go of everything. And listen, Spirit has your back. And if anything, work on that belief that spirit has your back, or work on that relationship. Start to make some offerings to Mother Earth, some offerings to spirit. Give spirit a place on your altar as well. Versus like, you know, Aphrodite or Saint Michael, the angels that you want to work with for specific reasons. Strengthen your relationship with spirit and then allow spirit to take your burdens. We have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Star here. It's almost like you've gotten all you could out of, you know, the place that you're in now. And I feel like you really do want more and better for yourself, but you're trying to force that to happen in your current container. But with that Jupiter energy, you are expanding as a person. You know, what you have is no longer satisfying you. And when you stop fighting that, and when you surrender to where spirit is trying to take you, ask yourself the right questions, you're going to be able to go there. But this is what I see for you guys. It's like you want to be sad again. You want to be unbelievably happy again. You want to feel again. And it's not in a like stereotypical kind of way. It's in a, I don't even feel like I'm really living life anymore because I have to be so detached just to get by. So I feel like you guys are in the midst of a revolution, a personal revolution, where if you truly surrender, the life is going to change and you're going to feel again. You're going to feel again. But you have to show no fear. We have service and grief that came up for you guys. Service says, I feel good when I can help others. Maybe your expansion will happen through offering some sort of service or helping someone. Allow yourself to follow, like, allow spirit to bring someone in. So maybe someone asks you, say a new coworker is coming at your job and they're like, hey, can you help me move this weekend? I know we don't really know each other, but we kind of hit it off this week. Allow yourself to help them because you don't know, maybe their brother is your future husband and you end up meeting their brother. Like, allow yourself to go through the rabbit hole. Allow yourself to go help other people or connect with other people. And then we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So just like you're looking at the old version of your life, like, damn, I wish I had that again. Sorry if anything is moved, the battery died. But just like you're looking at, you know, the older version of you years ago, the older version of your life, like, man, I wish I had that again. You'll also look at this point, like, I wish I had that again as well. There's going to be new things and blessings that you'll experience through this expansion. But it's really time, you know, to tap back into that older version of yourself where you were more about embodiment and allowance so that you can start this new journey and have these new things happen to you again. So that's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy's below if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me, but that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.
All right, group 4 with the purple stone. Let's get right into it. Who are you when no one is looking? So we have the Fates and Venus. The Fates and Venus. You know what, you guys? I honestly feel like no one really knows you. The thing about Venusian energy, the thing about Venus is Venus likes to be stimulated. Venus likes to experience. So I get this energy with you guys where you kind of shapeshift in order to experience or feel certain things. You'll shapeshift to cause someone to have a reaction to you that gives you the feeling that you want or the experience that you want. Venus, I feel like you definitely kind of wear a mask. You do like to be stimulated. You like to learn through other people. You like to connect with other people, most likely romantically, but your partners don't really know you. You kind of put on a show. Like, you guys may have been into acting when you were younger. And it's like the fun part was never the show. It was never about entertaining the crowd. If anything, that's the part you would throw away. It's allowing yourself to improv and act and become another person and be another person. The community with, you know, the other actors and the production and things like that. That was always the fun part. The embodiment of another energy or another person. It was never about just wanting to entertain the masses. You could care less about that. So you guys are very like self-focused, self-centered, self-sufficient, and it's not in a negative kind of way. It's just like you control your experience by shape-shifting, if that makes sense. And then we got the fates here. So I really do feel like you guys believe in love. I get a lot of Neptunian energy. I wouldn't be surprised if we got Neptune that showed up. You guys really do believe in love and fate, and you refuse to allow love to be boring. So if people come through with that boring love, you're not into it. You may have ended up in extremes or toxic relationships when you were younger or earlier in your journey, because you love to really feel. So there's that. We got Pluto, the planet of beginning and endings. Oh my God, here we go. The energy with you guys, we got a little bit of everything. We really do. Okay, let's talk about this. We have Aquarius and the moon. You guys are very much so in control of your feelings. You know when to tap into a certain version of yourself. And that's the thing, it sounds manipulative or it sounds like selfish, and it is, but it's not negative. And I feel like you guys have accepted that about yourself. This experience isn't just love and light. You have to embody and accept all of it, the experience. Otherwise, you're gonna get ran over, or you're not gonna get what it is that you want. So I feel like you guys understand that you gotta be a little good, you gotta be a little bad. A hammer could build a house, but it can also really hurt someone. So it's kind of like, with the moon, I feel like you guys are tapped into your feminine nature. I feel like you're tapped into the unknown. The thing about Aquarius that a lot of people don't understand is Aquarius is not aloof. They heard exactly what you said. They know exactly what you want, but they're the water bearer. You know how Aquarius is typically symbolized by like that pottery with the water coming out? They pick and choose. You can't get through to an Aquarius with emotion. That's why they seem aloof, because they know exactly what you're doing. They fully are in control of their emotions, and they also have fully embraced that water. They've contained it. So they know when to allow themselves to feel and when it wouldn't be beneficial. Aquarius can be a very selfish sign, but it's just like they're the water bearer. They know exactly what you're doing, so you're not going to be able to control them with your emotions, especially if you're not even in control of your own emotions. And this is what's coming out for you, Aquarius and the moon. You're very in control of your own feminine energy, your intuition. You have the ability to tap in when you want to, tap out when you don't want to. And you're very much so in control of your feelings, to the point where it may seem a little scary to certain people. We got Pluto, the planet of beginning and endings. You guys, we got Mars. So you're about it. One thing, if there's a problem, you're gonna solve it. You're about it. Don't mess with me. And that's the crazy thing. Don't mess with the quiet ones. You know how people you see those old fight videos where it's like you mess with the kid who just was reading anime. Next thing you know, you got karate chopped and you know, super kicked by him. People don't understand, just because you're in control of your emotions doesn't mean that you can't still get this work. And with you guys, with the Mars energy, I feel like you hold yourself back even from people. You won't talk to certain people or be around certain people too long, because you know that they may cause you to get out of character. You spare people from yourself. You know that certain people can't handle you. We got fire on top of that, just fire energy, and then Jupiter. So I feel like you guys are looking for your tribe, but it has to be very magical, because you are your own tribe in the sense that you have a huge, very active imagination. So what you don't get out of real life or out of people, you get out of yourself by playing different roles and kind of shape-shifting for yourself. All the piles have been like this, by the way, today. Every single pile has been very spiritual and the gray area. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So you really do want a good relationship, and you know that for the person who you do marry or that you do end up with, you're gonna be everything to them. They're gonna have the best thing on the market. But Four of Wands in reverse, you won't give it to the wrong person. You won't give it to just anyone. You're gonna give it to the person who you meet that matches this magical frequency, who can turn you on as well as you can turn them on. Here's the thing, you're tired of turning other people on. You want to be turned on. You want to be activated yourself. So nobody is seeming to be good enough for you. Seven of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups. I feel like you guys are going to end up finding love through your travels, through your adventure, because we got the Four of Wands in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Like, you're separating from the matrix. You're not fearful that you won't ever find love. You're not going to allow fear to make you fall in line with a life that you don't want, because at the end of the day, you'd rather be alone than in a romance that doesn't feel like romance to you, because it's not enough of a fantasy, it's not enough of experience, you're not charmed. You guys have the ability to walk away too. People, they try to control you with their emotions or with their desires, and they are mystified by the way that they can't, and it disrupts people's reality, and it kind of destroys them from the inside out. Because when they're able to control people, they really start to feel like they have a gift of control. But when they meet someone that they can't control, aka you make them face the reality that they're not as powerful as they thought, and then they just start to like self-destruct. We got the Ace of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Spirit is saying, just do it. Just do it. Whatever you're thinking, just do it. There's a change that's been on your mind for a while. Spirit is saying, just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. And you'll be supported. That's what I got for you guys. Like I said, these piles were all over the place. Very fantastical. A lot of magical energy, a lot of spiritual energy. And that's the truth of who you are when no one's looking. And people don't even know that you're this connected to your own soul, your own spirit. People don't even know the complexities of your mind, the complexities of your ability. People don't even know that you're shape-shifting. They didn't even meet you. The last person you dated, did they even know you? They didn't meet you. They met who you were so that you can have that experience for a short period of time, and then it got old, and you know, you trashed that relationship, moved on, and now you're you again. But they don't know the real you, it doesn't feel like. That's what I got for you guys. My Etsy's below if you want a private tarot reading. You can find me there. But I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I'll see you in the next one.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.